All right, here we go. Show number 38 of Into the Cubieverse. And we are live.
The Cubieverse is a GPS-based game where you walk to get keys, use keys to open trivia vaults, answer trivia to earn rewards, and use those rewards to enhance your in-game experience or convert to real-life rewards. Thank you for joining us tonight, and get ready as we take you into the Cubieverse, mostly Halloween edition. Hey, Sean City, the gold miner, how was your week
Hey there,
in the
Magic Dragon.
Cubieverse prior to the Halloween event?
Uh, I will start with, I hope you don't mind, I will start.
Go ahead.
Busy, 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 busy. We have been crazily hunting to increase some of our QB's levels, trying to recoup back some of the resin that we have just spilled out of our account for our builds. My pizza shop finally finished. My sushi shack finally finished. And my coffee shop is sitting there as well. So that's finished as well. So very busy. Starting the beginning of a fountain as well. Trade shack wise, rather uneventful. Nothing really. No real bonuses dropped for me there prior to the event. And other than that, I think that's about that. Had a really good buddy quest with DZ from, I think it was DZ from the Berg this week.
Yeah.
Fabulous, great communication. He contacted me first, which usually I'm the one that contacts first, so it's a nice change and just easy peasy. So good first week. Well, not first week, but good week prior.
Beginning of the week. Yeah.
So, how about you? How was your week?
Mine was good. Hunting, busy, getting stuff ready. Like I mentioned last week, I went out and I bought a witch cubie, so I was busy trying to level it up as much as I could. Got it to level 7, and my green user vault to level 4. So that was ready before the event. I don't know. Did I have a buddy quest in between the Sunday and Wednesday, whatever it was? I don't
telling
believe
us
so.
that you got one like within 20 minutes. Was that this week?
Yes. Was that this week, during this week?
I think that was this week.
Okay. Well, it could have been. Okay. At the beginning of the week, then, what happened was, oh, that's right. I know what happened. I added some new people for Buddy Quest. Within maybe half an hour after I added him as a friend, I got a message. We connected. We were able to, mine spawned right from, like, I could throw a stone to where that vault is from my headquarters. Pretty good. So I was like, okay, so mine's right there. Anytime you're ready, just let me know. He goes, well, I'll probably be ready in about 2 hours. I'm like, okay. 10 minutes later, I messaged you like, or how about now? And he showed me a picture of his. It was also within sight of wherever he was. So we had that done from start to finish of sending the friend request, adding the buddy to completion. It was done within 2 hours maximum. I can't remember the exact time of. That's over. I think it was closer to an hour and 10 minutes. But let's just say 2 hours, so I'm not going too far on it. That's right. I forgot about that.
Nice.
That was the second fastest buddy quest I've ever done. First fastest one was when I got my buddy quest with a bunch of O'Briens while we were standing beside each other in an arena, and it was right outside the arena doors. So we had that quest done in like 7 minutes total. So that was this one though, from adding a friend to completion, definitely my fastest.
That's pretty nice.
I'm back to my 04 ever thing on Trade Shacks, which I was getting a bunch out because we made some extra trips into London this week, so I was able to get a bunch more than normal. But again, loves and changes with the. You still get some resources from the Trade Shack each time, no matter what besides paint. So it doesn't feel like a loss anymore.
Yeah.
And And I
Yeah.
love the range change where
Well, yeah, I was just gonna say that too. Like
that
that
is
most game, we did have it in effect for a few hours or a day before. Was it a day or just 6 hours
mhm.
before the event started? But
I think it was a
it's
previous
it's
2
a
days.
game changer.
Oh,
It is.
Right.
I find the biggest issue though
Wait.
is sorry,
No, it's okay.
no, you
I'm
go
just
ahead.
kidding. No, I was gonna shoot over to atrocities because
sure.
other than that, my game, I was already done Adventure Road. Things are normal here otherwise, so I was gonna shoot over to him so we can all talk about what we want to talk about.
Yeah. Yeah. So, for my week in the Cubieverse, yeah, I got a couple builds finished. So right now, sitting third globally for the month. So we're well positioned for the Nail Gun Kelly award.
Nice.
So fingers crossed. And Gold Miner, of course, is fourth. So we're right there neck and neck.
Yep.
Got some options if we're not done yet. Let's just say we can throw some more resin in and whatnot if it starts getting
Yeah.
a little bit more competitive. I'm kind of sitting here,
Nice.
we're sitting good, but hasn't moved last 2 days. But somebody could be sitting there in the bushes ready to throw through a couple things in the last day.
You could always fly to Missouri or St. Louis and put some resin in the crane there.
Could
There's
do
still
that.
space there.
That's a great idea.
I don't know.
Yeah, of course.
We burned a lot of resin this month. I think I'm down to like 2.5 million or so, and I started at like close to 8, 9, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
Plus, we brought resin in, so
Right.
it's been expensive.
Atrocity. With your comment there about you're hiding in the bushes, if somebody's hiding in the bushes waiting to throw more in, I'm gonna throw out a little challenge to you.
Oh.
I would like to hear you use a metaphor, the unknown metaphors that are currently being used in the word questions.
Well,
during comments here.
I would say that you are like my vacuum cleaner.
Well,
Yeah.
it's having a plate full of manure, right?
You said like, so that's a simile.
Oh, I think you
oh,
just got burned there.
jeez.
She's
Okay.
my vacuum.
Yes,
Would be.
yes. I think that's probably
She's
the
like a vacuum is a simile. She is my vacuum would be the metaphor.
okay.
Have you
Grammar.
Are you saying gold miner sucks? Is that what that means?
That's not.
You're calling her
I don't know
your
what that
vacuum
means,
cleaner?
but we've been laughing about that one all week. So
Okay,
You know.
okay.
you notice though,
Well-
Dragon, how bad some of these similes are, where you're like, I have never, or sorry,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
I have never in my life heard this. And like, who would ever use this? And
No.
some of we've just, as Rossi says, or just said, we've been laughing over a few of them. Like,
No.
like
What?
Oh.
I think we're in this delirious state from opening so many vaults that there's been 4 of us going out usually, getting like for the
Yeah.
event, getting all these questions. So we're just having a good laugh, and
What?
just a good.
Oh,
it is
I had the
nice.
best laugh of my life this week in the game.
Yeah.
And if you don't mind, I'm going to bring it up. And if a shoe gets thrown at me, you know who it came from. Because the laugh was at the expense of my highly educated, super smart, university educated wife and playing partner, a bunch of O'Briens, who, for the answer to quoth the Raven, comma, was her answer, and she screamed it out as she was answering it, all confidently. Like,
That was wrong.
nevermore. You've never heard of Edgar Allan Poe? Once Upon a Midnight Dreary? I belly laughed for 10 minutes that the answer, just the whole thing went over her head, and she just like confidently calling out in the car, choosing that as her answer, and I see you guys don't find it as funny as I
It's
did,
wrong.
but man, it was such a surprise that I resisted the urge to text both of you to say, "Hey, just send her a text message." Quoth the Raven? Question mark. I was like, it's come up a couple times, and we did refer someone to play the game tonight. Our much younger daughter, still educated, still very smart. She's 25, I guess now. 26. Oh wow, yeah, 26 now. Anyway, she got the question for the first time tonight too, while we were walking down London, and she's like, "Quote the Raven." Like, no. So, do they not teach you guys anything anymore? I'm sure my wife learned Edgar Allan Poe and the poem and everything, but maybe she didn't. So she doesn't fall far from the apple tree, right? So, okay, sorry. That was my super funny story, and I belly laughed like It was bad. It was bad.
I'm still waiting for you to come.
Yeah, so am I. She's like,
Right.
our granddaughter's here, so she's kind of like occupied. Otherwise, the shoe may have come flying. She told me, I said, "I'm going to bring up a story." She's like, "You are not going to tell that story." I'm like, "Oh, I probably am."
And you know what? You didn't even have to force that one in. We just opened up the door. It was there, and you just took it. So, anything for the entertainment, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, it went with the story. It wasn't like, you're right, exactly. I didn't have to force it.
But to continue on with kind of what we were talking about there, not related to the Halloween questions, but there are definitely been other Halloween or new questions come into the game.
Oh, yeah.
I've noticed. Obviously, we're talking about the similes and quotes and whatnot, but there's a bunch of those science questions have kind of come in.
I know.
Or space and whatnot. I think those have been really kind of neat to see. See some of those that have like new questions you've never seen before, and be like, "Oh wait, what is this one again? Oh, Earth's twin." I'm like, "Oh, I thought that was Mars." Well, obviously I got that one wrong the first time. It turns out it's Venus, right?
That's okay.
Right?
I like, but because how long have we gone now where you see basically the first pigmentation? Oh, okay, I'm looking for. You see the answer, like the first words or whatever. You know what the answer is going to be, but now, I got to read this question. What is this? I do. I like that a lot. The new questions.
I typically love lifestyle.
Yeah.
I can't wait for it to hopefully disappear next month. Like, if I have to answer fish eggs again, I think I'm gonna pull my hair. Like, I'm like, it is a great question that you don't like. You can just look at the answer during like pick without even reading the question. But
a shallot.
Onion.
That's the one Liz Bunch O'Brien's gets that question the most, and I get jaundice all the time. I always get jaundice.
Jaundice. I get baguette. I get donut. I get like.
It's weird how there's some questions you see on a consistent basis, and then there's other ones in the same category that you never get, right?
Right.
And even like the Halloween questions, like we've been obviously doing those, and there's some questions I've seen like multiple times over a couple days, and then like today's the first time Gold Miner's seen that question, right? And
right.
It's like, well, how is that? And it works the same way some of these other ones. So so cool. Anyways,
so that's basically your week summed up. Did you have a buddy quest atrocities?
I did have a buddy quest. Went well. Took like a little more than 24 hours to do, which I was
that's your limit.
With, but the communication was fine, so I was okay with that. So, but and as Goldminer said, we've been just pushing hard beforehand to get cubies leveled up in preparation for the event. So, with that being said, let's talk about Halloween event. So,
ooh, spooky!
Spooky!
It's once again, I love this event. It's probably one of my favorite events with the Cubieverse. I am getting kicked in the nether regions multiple times, though, in the RNG aspect of things.
Yeah.
It's
I'm gonna say
it's. Sorry.
I was gonna say like the start of it, of course, was kind of marred because they had an issue with the drops.
Yeah.
Right. And I know we went out and went really hard that first 24 hours, and I think it took us six cauldrons before we got a blueprint drop. And
right.
We got one, and then we probably the following day went and got another. We figured 14 more cauldrons.
I would say we hit 21 before the 6th, and
right.
I had only gotten one. We got one at the same time.
Yeah.
Night.
Yeah. And the fact that they're not offering any compensation for that so far, or I haven't heard they have, kind of disappointing because we put a lot of effort in there to get kind of
send you 2 or 3 more blueprints, maybe, right?
Yeah, like
going in there.
I think they
the
could
thing
be
that's
able to.
My RNG that's killing me is with the rare vaults. I don't know how many of them I've hit so far, but I still don't have enough ooze, corrupted ooze to print one. I keep getting dusty rags.
Well, okay, so I have a bit of a beef. Like, same with, maybe a beef is not the right word, but even with the common, I'm getting everything but what I want. Like, the thread is, like, Velocity has triple the amount of thread than what I have. We both finally today just got enough ooze to be able to print, but that's like just enough, not anything extra.
Right.
I think the drops are a little low. And likewise, if you're sitting there burning green keys on the witch memory game, I feel like to win 200 bells is about I would love to have.
We're covering a lot of territory here, so before we jump from one to another, let's focus on whatever. So obviously, I'm just gonna say I would have liked the fact that it started off the way it did, kind of disappointing. I would like to see some compensation. I'm sure they can pull the number of vaults people solved during a period of time and prorate the number of things and figure it out to make something fair on that. I don't think that'd be too hard. But at this point, it is what it is. But other than that, I love the event. It's kicking off nice. It's great that they combined it with the changes to the ability to
the
distance because they're just grabbing stuff like crazy.
Wow,
And then with it too, the Halloween category, which I think you had to, I think Gold Miner went out a few minutes before I did, and they immediately told me Halloween category gives you resources, so I was on that right away.
That's great.
Other people may not have found out that immediately, depending on how long it took them to find the category. But
to choose that category or whatever. Yeah.
But I think that's great, and I know I'm burning keys trying to get that category to spawn. I don't know about the rest of you.
Yeah.
That's probably
I have to a few times. That's the hardest part for me. I'm not getting the category that I'm not in the Halloween categories. Not coming up a lot for me either. That's where I know. That's what I mean. I'm suffering from the RNG this time. I usually have great RNG or whatever, so I'm still support it greatly, and I love the concept of it. Like Bunch of O'Brien's is making bank, so I'm just she gets to laugh at me. That makes it that much more enjoyable, right? So that's good. But the what you were saying about the rain.
I'm gonna say sounds like she's getting back at you.
Oh yeah,
evermore
for sure. Yeah, but I think the single biggest improvement to the game ever, I can maybe say that, is the range.
Mm-hmm.
That has improved the game so much more so quickly.
Well, as you're driving along, of course, as a passenger, not texting or answering questions and driving. All of those ones that were just like 10 feet, 20 feet too far off the roadway, or your GPS is off. Like half the time I'm showing that I'm on the sidewalk and I can't reach the other side. It's perfect. Now you go from not being able to get any vaults to going, oh my God, drive slower. It's
right.
I could only
you don't have to go that slow because I can still reach 200 meters behind me and grab that white one that we just passed too.
Exactly.
Yeah. We ended up having to take off the auto rotate function. I don't know if you've done that, but because like you're trying to spin to get one behind you, and you're reaching for it, and it starts rotating back. So auto
I've always had mine off auto rotate. Mine's always been manual. I'm, walking along, spinning, whatever. And when I'm the passenger, I love spinning around looking for vaults all over the place.
For sure. Yeah,
I love the background. I'm loving having the Halloween background again. It's nice to have a different background in the actual game, and I know at Christmas time as well. It'd be nice if they changed it maybe per season, have leaves fall in.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
But I think this one, like it's just fun, right? Like a long event. It's just puts you in the mood for Halloween.
Yeah, it's funny watching your keys dwindle so quickly, though. They surprisingly use them up, which is okay if you've been playing for a long time like us.
Yeah.
But it's still it definitely takes a chunk out.
Prior to going to Toronto, I think I had about 120 green keys, and I've just had to remake 30 more. So between Toronto and just going like sushi and pizza shop. It seems like, and green vaults, of course. It just seems like I'm guzzling green keys right now.
Yeah, I would say like prior to this, unless I was converting whites into blues or greens, my white key count would always go up every day. That's not happening anymore.
Right.
It's dropping because between the times of like just that many more vaults we can get. And the number of times I'm sitting here burning trying to get the Halloween at the spawn, it's sucking keys. It was interesting though. We were out in your neck of the woods today, and I think we went to the Tim Hortons lineup out there. We're taking advantage of your Tim Hortons, and you guys had a blue user vault right there. I was like, oh, okay, this is good. It's a blue user vault. It's yours. I know who's getting the keys, so I'm just gonna keep going until Halloween key spot shows up. First key, Halloween, boom.
Hey,
all right. You guys get scared. There was another white system vault around the corner. I probably threw 10 keys in there, and before I finally got the Halloween category. So
it happens.
It's weird.
Yeah, see, I'm not as big of a fan of burning keys as he is, but maybe that's why I have such lower amounts of white thread than he does.
Potentially.
So, but as we've been counting down how many vaults we've opened on the quest or the event, I was done mine first. So he clearly finishing all of his vaults. As we're all going around in like groups in a car, he's like, everybody's like, everyone done, and we're all done, and clearly he's not speaking up to say not. He's burning so many keys. But
hey, okay, so common cauldrons. We spawned lots of them. You took a while to get the blueprints the first couple of days of this issue. Now we're getting them fairly regular. Every second, every third cauldron, they get a blueprint as well. I have 4 dahlias and 2. What's the next one? Lophelias. How are you guys doing for printing? Are you printing them? Are you saving them?
I have printed 6, and I think I have 3 dahlias, 2 Ophelias, 1 Victor.
Hey, you got a Victor.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a Victor yet.
Yeah. So
I haven't seen a Beatrix either.
Yeah.
Esposy 2 got one.
Beatrix is supposed to be the Missy of the bunch, right? Where She's
Beatrix is, yeah, super rare.
So I've printed 4. I've got
Yeah.
2 Beatrixes and then one of the other ones. So
Ophelia
and
Dahlia.
Victor. I got.
You have 2 Beatrixes?
No, Beatrix is a rare one. Sorry.
Yeah.
2 Dahlia. 2 Dahlia.
Okay, yeah.
2 Dahlia and then one of each of Victor and the other one. So
And Ophelia. Okay.
So I'm feeling good with that.
You guys mind telling me your strategy? Are you planning to hoard your blueprints and sell them? Is that the idea? Is it, I'm not sure. Like, it's like the tiki thing. Everyone does it differently.
Right.
So let's share. Like, I have a hard time keeping them to sell because I want to print the stuff, but I know they're worth more to sell. So you can find a balance of it. What advice do you give to our viewers?
Here's my plan: is I want to get 30 or so by the end of this, maybe 36.
Yeah. Okay.
And then once because they're only 5-minute prints, once the change comes in where you can have your print shot from home, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to print them one after another, after another, after another. And my thought is that's how I'm going to get the RNG to work. Right?
Right.
Mass print them all at once.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Sometimes, like, we both printed our first one together at his print shop. And, well, like, you know how it kicks you out and you click back in, you can see what's going on. And the first few ones, we were always printing the same thing.
Same here. But exactly the same.
Like, maybe if we try a different print shop, it might be different.
Yeah.
Well, that's still downtown, so but they were duplicates again, so it wasn't. And I think we both got the same thing again at that one, did we not, Delilah?
Yeah, that's my duplicate, which is why I haven't in any rush to pick her back up. But
come here.
So
I have to feed the cat to the bunch where Brian still isn't ready to be on the show.
Okay. All right.
She's getting closer though.
So
next week we might see a hand in there or something?
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
But so
we got the print of the Plague Doctor today, so we did get enough.
Yeah. Good.
So, but like I say, barely. Actually, I started off last night. I think we got five rares last night, and I got 1 rag and 4 ooze, corrupted ooze. So I needed 1 more.
Okay.
And then we went out today, and as you know, we went out to visit you guys. We got 3 out there. We got a bunch around here. And I've got a total of 1 more ooze today, so 500, and all the rest was rags. So
yeah. Well, so you're the same issue I have with the dusty rags. I'm still only at 400 corrupted ooze. 1 more. Come on, I can do it. I know I can do it.
Last night I did not get anything but dusty rags.
Yeah.
And today I ended up, I think I have a total of 600 or 700 corrupted ooze.
Okay.
And less dusty rags. So I must say it's been nice as I click on mine and it shows the ooze, and he clicks on his and he's like, dusty rags.
Yeah. Yeah. We're doing that here too.
Yeah.
Except mine is dusty F and rags.
Right.
I know that a lot when I say it now.
So we also did the witch quest when we were out there with you. Like your witch threw it in, and I actually did pretty good at it. And because typically we've been doing worse and getting like bat wings, or so.
I specialty in those.
Yes, bat wings. But I think this one I hit on. Actually, on the way out we did another witch, and I did good. I think you got the second attempt at one. I got 250 bolts, which is a rare resource, so it was great.
Oh yeah.
So then on yours, I think got it on the second attempt. So I'm thinking, okay, great, it's going to be another rare resource. Guess what? 300 dusty rags. 300 dusty rags. Yep. So it gives me hope that maybe it will drop ooze, because
Maybe.
Like how quickly that first plague doctor popped last night makes me think somebody
think of
got.
all playing every time we got Dusty Rags, somebody else got corrupted use. Right. So
right.
I got 4 rares in a row. I got 4 things of Dusty Rags. They all got 4 things of corrupted use. So that's one of the things I love about the game. Is when in a quest like this, where you wait 2 days, you go for it, it's a scramble. Just everybody hits the same area, and then it does come down to the RNG and who's gonna who's gonna get lucky. So there's effort and luck.
Definitely.
But I must say, though, as I've kind of mentioned earlier, with the Witch and the memory game, I'm a little disgusted that it's not a higher drop rate, considering you could put in 1 blue key and get the same amount back out that you're putting in multiple green keys, for me at least.
Yeah.
Like, I think it should just be a higher drop. It would be great if we needed those blueprints, but we already have all those blueprints. I wouldn't be
right. So,
but me. So.
Yeah. So this, in a way, it's actually the Witch Quest is catering more to newer players than long-term players, which the game typically doesn't do. Typically, it seems to favor the long-term players. So, in that respect, it's kind of a nice addition.
Yes.
It'd be nice.
True.
Yeah. Certainly, I would love it if it gave me corrupted use as well. But I already have enough Dusty Rags to print 3 of the Banshees, and when we get to that end of it, but I had those already going into the game, so
I'm just
I didn't know they were going to be dropping so quickly.
Yeah, I'm just glad I was selling witches and not forking over to buy a witch to staff in a trade shack or in a green user vault, so that I could benefit like new players, right?
Oh, for sure.
Because I'd be kind of disappointed if I'd forked over, big Cubicoin to get the witch to populate, and then be going, oh look, I got 250 more Batwings, right?
Right.
So, and I guess the thing
well,
is,
I'm one of those people. I spent 100,000 Cubicoins to buy my witch.
Yeah.
But it doesn't bother me. I like to play the witch game. It's fun. It's more times, Liz, a bunch of Brian and I walking along, and we get to stop there. There's a coffee shop next door, so we can sit there and play the witch game, get frustrated, yelling at each other. Oh, which adds the thing, my daughter, who I don't, Brittany, what's your name in the game? Llama Llama? Llama Mama. Okay, so Llama Mama tried the Witch Quest for the first time today, nailed it first time, no problem, 5 seconds left, boom. Like, oh, well, isn't that special?
That's 26 brain for you.
Yeah,
right?
Well,
she does this thing, she uses both thumbs. She's not one fingering everything, like, she's clicking thumbs. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can do that. I'm old.
Right?
I don't think I could do it that way either.
Yeah.
Our daughter will want to, we have an old game of memory, and she likes to play that with us sometimes, and she always kicks our butts every time, and we're like, this is got to be because we're old and our brain is just
right,
not to be. But that's why I guess I have to put in multiple keys.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I could two-thumb it, but maybe I'll try it next time.
Just back to what we were talking about. Yes, spending 100,000 for the witch just to spawn a witch quest here in town to end up with Dusty Rags or 250 pumpkin seed or all the other things I've been getting is underwhelming. But I have a witch quest. I have a witch quest available on my green vault in Dorchester, where anyone else playing in Dorchester wouldn't have otherwise had access to it.
Yeah.
So I like it for the supporting of the game and investment and everything. Had I planned better and bought witches earlier in the year or whatever, I wouldn't have been in the same predicament, but I'm okay with it overall.
You guys have enough setup in Dorchester. Like it's all laid out, and you have everything you need there. Well,
it's not bad. Yeah.
I'm looking at stops.
We have to go in, we have to log in and add the pizza tag. The Pizza Hut's built now, out on the way there. We're in McDonald's and No Frills. There's going to be a fountain area at the city hall here, so I can put a fountain into. It's Dorchester's a nice little walkable community where you can do mostly everything.
If you just go to that location and submit a ticket from there, they may be able to add that for you really quick. I got some stuff done like within like an hour or
I never
so.
thought we were doing it that way.
Just said, hey, I'm here. It's in OpenStreetMaps. And can you add this in the game? And I got a response like there's one thing I actually got. I got a vault move like 15 minutes. It was pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
Like, hey, that's awesome.
That's good.
And I know Guild Miner, you also got a tag added too. So if you
mine was a little longer, 15 minutes, but it was still quite quick.
Yeah. So that's really exceptional.
Rare cauldron aspect of things. I did a bunch of Ryan. I did spawn 2 rare cauldrons in Dorchester about 7:35.
Yes, we saw that on Discord.
Okay, I didn't know if you saw it or not, but we ran out, tried to get it in there, and that sparks the debate of whether we stay up till 1:35 to try and spawn more.
So I'm gonna say that I don't think we're gonna make a run to Dorchester for those particular rares at this point. I think though that commons this time around.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in getting commons and getting the blueprints because I've got enough ooze the print one now of the Witch Doctor, which is cool. And I know we'll get more rares around here, but I want to get the commons. I want those blueprints, right? Like
that's a great addition to the game this year.
It's a great change. I love it.
I'm a big fan of that as well. Collect them.
I love it. Yep. And the thing is with that too, is hopefully next year we'll be able to get more doll blueprints from the Witch game.
That would be cool.
Right?
Yeah, that would be cool.
Right? So if we start spawning that way, that would be cool for us. So it makes that change, I think, is great because it makes the Witch better next year for players.
Yeah.
And likewise, the fact that by the end of last year, the commons were like, I don't need the commons. I think we're good on whatever.
Right.
But I think the commons are going to still be like, hey, I want my common resources. Right?
Yeah. Yep.
And certainly the rares, I'm gonna want that ooze as much as whatever. but I'm less inclined to go rushing to get the rares than to make sure I'm grabbing all the columns.
Especially when you're mostly getting dusty rags.
For sure. What do you think there, Gold Miner, on that? Prefer to get a common or a rare?
Now that we have a blueprint and have printed, I agree with that aspect. Although I like more of the out of the first, if I could be guaranteed. I am liking the prints. I kind of wish it was a constant print rather than just multiple blueprints because I really do want to get Beatrix, and I feel like it's going to be a whole Missy Cat thing where I'm printing, or like one of the Tiki ones, right, where you're printing. Yeah. I don't want to say this is going to sound bad, like all the junky ones before you can actually get a good one. Right. And I don't want to burn all my blueprints in trying to get that. Like I know your strategy, Atrocity, to print them all back to back to back to back, and you've got to get one of them coming out properly. But I don't know. Like I think
it doesn't work like that though, right?
That's how.
A 1% chance to print means a 1% chance to print, no matter how many you put in there. So
true, but if you put enough in,
Plumber Boy just said a few minutes ago that he's 3 for 3. That he printed Beatrix first, then Victor, then Delilah.
Well,
Celia, if you want to buy from me, but what luck to put your first print in and get the rare one. Like,
yeah, right. It happens.
It happens.
Yeah.
Not me,
Yeah.
but
No, not me.
yeah.
And
So-
likewise, since we're looking at the comments here, before that, Chaotic Kitten had also commented that she's putting in way fewer bug reports on vaults that she couldn't reach, because she can reach them now, which is a good thing about the range, is that there's far fewer vaults that are going to be out there that you can't get to, that need to get moved or deleted or whatnot. So that's another
I
good
do miss the idea, though, that we're going to have to go walking through a swamp this year. That
No.
kind of,
don't miss that at all.
no, it's just, I'm a little disappointed we don't get one of our crazy adventures together, atrocities.
Well,
That was fun.
we were out with
The women as we walked through the forest.
Right?
we were out the other day with RX Wings and Genmo, and last year I thankfully was driving, and RX Wings and Atrocities had to go walking out into this behind the university a field that all the grass was really high, and I know RX Wings was saying I kind of felt like I could find a body
Yeah.
that long, and no one would ever find me because who would ever walk through there, and that's where they had to go to get one of the cauldrons last.
Okay, so those are not the type of adventures we want in the Cubieverse, to be clear. having done both those things, we don't want to do those in the Cubieverse. I do find with the other thing here is with the distance, is that when there's some routes that we had, where you drive through trying to get the vaults. Now we're driving and parking, and then going and grabbing everything in the area, right? Which is a completely another different way to play it.
Yeah.
Which is good for the driver or so as well, because you can park and then the driver can do it at the same time. Because often what would happen is, like, I would drive one place and then Gold Miner would do stuff, and then like use the phone, and then she'd drive home, and we'd swap over. But now we can drive, stop, and do that, which is really good. Kind of a hub and spoke type approach, trying to whatever, and just finding new good spots.
Well, twice today we drove to strip malls, parked, got out, and just walked a little circle in the strip mall, and you reach. I think we could reach 12 vaults each from across the road in the middle of no frill. Like it was great. So we got to bring up our walking levels, and this is the first time in, I don't know, I got 8 levels walking in 2 days. It's been great.
For sure.
Can I interrupt with something for a minute?
Yeah, sure.
I know Neelac said they've got to go. It is getting to be 1:45. Why don't we word and a user or
start the event. Okay, so the word is scary. 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 That's the word.
Scary.
Scary. Okay. So I'm going to start the capture process right now.
And this stamp is for the Barbados.
Barbados.
Yeah. So,
and then after this stamp, we have one stamp left, also an exotic stamp. So when the winner gets...
so we need you both, it's the word scary, and we need your Discord name in the thread.
The winner needs to contact me on Discord, and I will send you the stamp.
Yeah.
Or sorry, loot code, not the stamp.
Yes, the stamp for the loot code. So, and likewise, you can only win once. So if you have a previous winner, you can't win again. So don't throw it in. Hey, it looks like Illusion Waver's in the house tonight.
Oh, he's trying to win a stamp.
All right. Hopefully, it is the actual Illusion Weaver. So we shall see. We shall see. But no, I think I think the event overall has been pretty good. Like the changes that we've made that made are really sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really like that the game does have aspects that cater to new players as well as us veteran players who are racing to get the first prints and everything. Bunch of O'Brien got a first print last year on the Scarecrow, in thanks to the Witch Quest, though. The Witch Quest gave her the hay or bundles of straws or hay, bundle of straw, right? So only because of the Witch Quest, she was able to get the first print. This year we couldn't get the first print on the Plague Doctor because of the Witch Quest, because you don't get corrupted ooze, which would be nice.
Well, we don't.
But I understand.
We don't know that though. We don't know how that works, because last year I think you got it in a wheel spun and you could see all the different prize options, right? This year it just shows up as a box, so you don't necessarily know what you could get. I kind of think the better you do, the better the resources you get. Because I got like when I got the pity at the end for the first couple of them, I got 250 bat wings, right? But when I got the last two, where I got it in my second one, I was getting I both got the rare resources both times, even if one happened to be Dusty Rags. So.
To interrupt, we have Wilfred Ellis has put a couple names, 2 different names down in there.
Okay.
So it's only picked up by the username of the YouTube, is it not?
Yeah, so it's one. So you only get one entry in the chat, and then so
you can't answer someone else either. They have to be on for themselves, right? Yeah.
So we also had, as you know, Regan, we had the local meetup the other day.
Oh yeah.
And my highlight was had a few more drops in the trade packs, which was awesome. But we did 2 pizza shops. Well, we did 3 pizza shops. I got 2 charred peels dropped.
Hey.
And then a double drop, not twice. You didn't win twice.
Yeah.
And then the Sushi Shack gave me 2 knives, which was awesome.
Oh wow.
Double drop there too.
Yeah.
So that was my huge excitement. Just need that pizza blueprint now.
Yeah.
So she got 4.
Oh, that's a great
in like within an hour. And
that's
of course,
a great pull.
Of course, as we're driving around going to all the trade shacks between the stopping at points, this is before she got the sushi win. So it's after she got the charred peels. She's like, "Yeah, I'm not getting anything for the trade shacks." Until we reminded her, "Oh, you forgot about those charred peels."
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But
that was amazing.
The kiosk we set up, and it took forever to get people to kind of agree to a time and whatnot, and then not everybody showed up, so that was kind of disappointing. People did show up and go afterwards, kind of like, so there may have been like a second group that kind of went out to do it, but I was kind of disappointed that not everybody was there. So,
no, but it was still fun.
It was fun, for sure.
And I also spun the wheel at the kiosk and got 250,000 resin. So that was good too, to replenish my resin drop with all the builds we've been doing. So that was exciting.
Okay, so we're at just under 80 seconds left before the entry closes. So make sure you type the word "scary" in the comments with your Discord name. And it's only going to pull one winner, and you only get 1 entry. So,
good luck.
Make sure you got it. So we're under a minute here. So,
and then we're going to set the show so we can all go back out hunting and spawning, right?
Yeah.
We have a little wrap up. I guess.
You know,
I guess we have a little wrap up.
We set our spawns or for the cauldrons. We got probably half an hour after the show ends, so we're good to go. But I know yours are a little more aggressive on that. So.
Yeah. Yeah. We fit it in where we can. It's really rough around here.
Right. So it's good. But I don't know, chat. How's the chat, guys? Are you guys enjoying the event? Anything that you really like or really dislike about what's going on? As I said, I know we're having fun.
Yeah.
Right. I think it's a lot more fun.
It's a great community event, right?
Yeah. So. That's true. And honestly, we've got less players in our community this year, which is kind of disappointing. But at the same time, this is the most active our Discord ever gets. So that's kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I have a couple that hunt in this area, and they're thinking of they're not participating in the event. They're crusty about the whole I guess the whole crypto thing, but yet even though they claim they're not playing, they're changing cubies on their trade checks and like trade checks. Like
they're not going for it.
Pardon?
They're not going for it. They're still active casually.
But like I even said, because he makes the odd comment in there, and I'm like, but this is the best event of the year.
Yeah.
Not
right.
part in this one. Like they're still like they still like I don't know. The cauldrons are awesome. Like I don't know.
Okay, we're closed here. We got 23 messages, which is more messages than we've had previously. So, so 23 messages, but only 12 of them are qualified. So this is good. So all right. So this is for what's the stamp this time?
Barbados.
Barbados. All right. So the winner needs to contact Goldminer on Discord, and she will provide you with the loot code. So good luck, everybody. Pick a winner. Augusta presents. Is that Sims guys last week?
No.
No. Okay. All right.
I don't believe. No, it was somebody from it was a lady from Western Canada.
Right. He was just he was
active.
Right. He was active last week or so, I think, for the first time or so. I mean, that's why. That's why.
Congratulations.
So, all right. So congratulations. That's great. So we got the name. We know who it is.
The eating show at the end of the show. Behind you.
I was like, I can hear you.
Your cat's back. Yeah. At the end of the show every week.
Yeah.
All right. So with that being said, any final thoughts? Anything else we want to talk about? I'm sure there's a ton of stuff here. I'm sure we just scratched to cover it. I guess I'm going to say that I believe that tomorrow is when the final time block stops on the
8 p.m. tomorrow.
And I'm expecting we're going to see the winners by like 8:02 or no. It takes 10 minutes to print, so 8:11. Right, because people sit there by an advanced print shop, and you just boom.
Well, they gotta get the blueprint though, right?
It's in the chain. It's in the quest chain.
Oh yeah, that's true. You buy it right in the chain. That's right.
It's right in the chain.
So that's right.
So it's gonna be the fastest fingers.
It's gonna be a race. Fastest fingers.
Fastest fingers, and
you're saying we need to run out the door for 8 o'clock. No, we need to be out at.
We have to be out of the advanced print shop with rapid print option right away.
8 o'clock.
So won't we have to spawn first, Cauldron?
No, because we don't. This year we don't.
Oh, we automatically get it, don't we?
We already have the Moonstone.
Yes.
Because they gave the formula, which was can't remember what it was right now, but I know we looked at it. We've got all the resources, so it's just going to be like just first, who's fastest.
You need the dusty rags for that, so.
Do you need your dusty
rags?
If
we didn't already have already a whole bunch, then it wouldn't hurt as much getting them over and over again.
For sure. Yeah, and that's the thing with dusty rags. We already got lots from previous whatevers, right? So.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyways. All right. Well, it is 5 minutes to 9. I know Magic Dragon wants to go spawn some more cauldrons. We've got
a little. I've got my rare. We're going to spawn 2 commons now, and then think about 1:30 in the morning if we want to do more rares and commons at the same time.
Yeah,
kind of works out nicely.
Actually, let me comment here on spawning. You got to walk to spawn, right? That's a change. I know people have been driving and whatnot in the past. Play the game. We typically drive certain places. We got a local route we walk, but you got to be walking. If you're walking, you can spawn them. So, but I know we've talked to some people that were like driving and we're not getting any spawns. So, like,
well, there's a reason.
Yeah, there's a reason for that. So,
my first week of the event, I walked out to Arc's Wing's car because we were going to go out. But Atrocities wasn't ready. I'm like, let's just go out and get some vaults while we're waiting for him. And I walked out. We could get the whole new area, press like all the files that are around here that I could get in our range, and I spawned in the car, like without the car moving, just walking from the house to the car, and I'm like, wow.
Oh yeah.
Like last year, it took forever for me to spawn, and we were walking then, but I don't know, like I've been really impressed with how relatively quickly and easy it is to spawn in most cases compared to last year.
Yeah.
For sure. And the other thing I'll throw out there to add is you got to manage your vaults now. Whereby we're getting the easy vaults. We are the ones we want to do at 1:30 in the morning, right? For the closer to home ones, we want to manage and not use them all up until the reset time, right? So if you're having problems spawning vaults or cauldrons out there, just don't use all your vaults up because that's your resource to spawn them. So, and with that being said, I think Opposy 2 says he's going to be on the next show because I think Magic Dragon, you said you are you're booked next week or so.
Oh, is it next week? Okay. I sent you the schedule. I just didn't know when it's coming up.
I think it is.
Yeah.
So
we will be Opposy 2 to talk with us in regards to the Halloween total or the finish. So.
All right. And if you're available, Magic Dragon, and your schedule's off, then
please join us.
I will. Don't think we're kicking you off, right? So.
Oh no, I don't. I don't think that at all. And my kids hockey, right? Travel hockey. Gotta go travel.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, thanks everybody for watching. We appreciate it. Get out there. Happy hunting. Happy Halloween. And spawn.
One more code as well left after this for next week as well. So.
Yeah.
All right, one more code next week. All right.
Like, comment, subscribe. Oh, that's not my line.
That's your line. That's my line. That's okay. That's okay.
Take it away.
All right. Thanks a lot. Like, subscribe, comment below, and all that other YouTube stuff. All right. Thanks for watching. And Hoff has asked who won. Who won? Illusion.
Who won was Al Gusto Presents, which is. In turn, I think it was, ALZ Gusta. Al's Gusta is his username.
Okay. Right on. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Okay. Have a good night. Happy Halloween.